Ta-da! I'm actually here, and I'm actually, well, somewhat on time. Hi, my loves. It's Destined Choice, and you're watching a live stream that I'm doing today. So for this live stream, I'm currently in Spain. I'm just trying to get my head together before I head home, or head wherever the fuck else. But I wanted to get on here and talk about Joseline Hernandez and everything going on with the Zeus Network. So first things first, I'm gonna wait for everybody to come in here because I do have a lot to say because it's a lot of things that we got to talk about. It's a lot of legalities and it's a lot of opinions that I have. So I've been very critical about the Zeus Network for many years. It does make me sad sometimes whenever I see the people that the Zeus Network is casting. And my biggest pet peeve is when everybody's black. I hate whenever I go on the Zeus Network and everybody's black adjacent. It just makes me sad. 'Cause I'm just like, damn, like everybody is black. And it makes me sad because the show, not the show, the platform in general, two of their main shows, Jocelyn's Cabaret and Baddies, which are the hottest show on the platform, perpetuate complete chaos. And it's not that I get it. Like, it's not that you know, it's not that it's their fault. It's just what people support and what people watch. And then growing up, a lot of us watched Love and Hip Hop. A lot of us watched Basketball Wives, Bad Girls Club, Rock of Love, Flavor of Love, and a bunch of other shitty reality TV shows. So it's not them. It's more so us as the consumers for supporting it. So I'll definitely be real about that. But it does make me sad a little bit when I see that the show is repetitive. It's just nothing but chaos and violence and fighting. And I just think to myself sometimes this shit is getting old. Like I try to sit down and actually watch, the Baddies reunion or sit down and scroll through Baddies because there are key moments in the show that, were viral moments that people would ask me to cover or that people would talk about on the internet and I'd be curious. And then I would watch it and I would just be like, I can't sit through this shit. Like most of the entire show, like Baddies and Jocelyn's Cabaret, which I haven't really watched. I've never really watched Jocelyn's Cabaret. Is me just like scrolling through my phone, zoning out, or me skipping through it. Like there's no strong story structure. Like sometimes when I watch these kind of shows on Zeus Network, like Baddies or Jocelyn's Cabaret, I can't help but think to myself, the fuck is this? Like who's responsible for the story structure? Like who's doing story development? Like what is this? And then they cast the same people over and over again. The show goes nowhere for me. There's no character development. There's no growth. There's no humility. There's no connection. It's just people just fist fighting and fighting to the death. So that's all I gotta say on that. So hey y'all, hey, what's up? Someone said her and Lemmy been cool though, so why would she lie? So people are asking me like, how do I know what my perspective is? And let's answer this question really quickly. So first things first, I'm not gonna sit up here and lie and just straight up say that Joseline Hernandez is, completely telling nothing but lies about Zeus Network. Like we know Lamel Plummer is sketchy. We know he's known for shady contracts. We've heard it time and time again. We've also heard people who have been on his platform say that he's the Harvey Weinstein of streaming platforms. So as you all know, there was a woman who literally did, I think she did a One More Chance so many years ago, but she basically said that Lamel Plummer was a weirdo. He was sketchy. Hold on, let me Plummer. Uh Let me show you guys this clip. I'm sure y'all remember this.
Black Harvey Weinstein. We gonna
Wait.
He's like the Black Harvey Weinstein. We gonna talk about that.
We might as well bring that up too. Wait. Let me ask my partner. What you mean? He does great business.
Listen, he does great business, but he also does shady business, okay?
Like
he promises people things in exchange for certain things.
Weinstein is a high bar.
Wait, hold on, bro.
Yeah.
We ain't comparing fucking Lemmy Plummer no Weinstein.
I'm just saying that's a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you
really?
Wait. The Lemmy I know,
I'm a boss. You can't
promises you. He tells you, "I'll pay you this," and then if you put on the situation,
absolutely,
he might give you a bonus.
Absolutely. Everybody. I'm going to tell you, everybody. I know a lot of things.
What you talking about?
I know a lot of things.
Why would you shoot Zeus down like that?
Excuse me? Because I don't give a fuck.
That's a successful black man's platform.
It is a successful black man's platform, but you shouldn't use your platform to open up other platforms. It don't go so.
What's other? Wait. Let me married. He got a beautiful.
I'm married now. Listen, my husband know everything. There is nothing that was in the dark that he don't know about.
Wait, so you were on a show on Zeus before?
Absolutely, yeah.
What show?
One More Chance.
So you saying he approached you inappropriately?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I went to go have a business meeting, and our business meeting ended up, he's like, can you meet me at my house instead of the office?
What, he might have just wanted to meet you at the house?
No, sweetie.
Maybe want to show you his
basing it off that?
No, sweetie. No, definitely not just
Maybe he was running late.
not just off that.
His wife was gonna be home.
Listen, the wife was involved too.
Involved with what?
We'll talk about that later. Cut the check. You have to cut the check for
we might as well talk about it
conversation.
right now because it's shit, you gonna bring up my ex's shit.
Wait, Libby's your ex?
We had a situationship.
Chris,
Y'all dated?
No, we didn't date. We had a situationship.
See, this is shit getting weird because she's telling me he was inappropriate.
Yeah.
And now nephew telling me
Yeah.
that was your ex.
He wasn't my ex. Let's keep it clear.
I fuck with him too, but
I ain't no trick.
I would be wrong if I didn't mention that.
I don't play that.
I would be wrong if I didn't mention that.
Every time he had to see me, he had to cut a check.
Excuse me.
I don't play
I would be wrong if I didn't mention that stunning.
Okay, so clearly she was probably an escort. So that is fine. That's her personal business. But that's just a gist of what I remember first hearing about Lamel Plummer. And then, of course, I remember me doing an interview with Christina from the Bad Girls Club and her talking about how shady he was and how he's just as conniving as Natalie Nunn and a bunch of other shit. But what's interesting about Joseline Hernandez, okay, there's a good amount of people in here. We could play the clip. Joseline Hernandez from Love and Hip Hop and Jocelyn Cabaret recently came forth, and she had a lot of very ugly things to say about Lamel Plummer from the Zeus Network. And unfortunately, this is what she had to say about Lamel Plummer and how he's basically withholding her funds and withholding her payments. And let's just start off with what some of the things she said.
Body in Zeus Network office. We ain't here. I'm trying to have a good pregnancy, and I want to keep trying to thrive, even though he's doing everything in his power to shut down my company while you're here TV and to shut me up. He wants to kill me. He wants me to be quiet. He took my money. I'm not getting no more payments on my payments in perpetuity with that network. He took my money. He's been abusing me for years. He's been abusing me mentally for years. And I haven't said a word. I've been quiet about it. I haven't said nothing. But now when you're trying to abuse me and make threats and send messages to my phone and do all of that stuff, it's a different story. Now I got to let the world know you're trying to kill me and you're trying to send attacks on me. Because if I come out missing, this is going to fall on you. I'm going to get out this live now because I got to really try to continue to survive and thrive, especially now that my money that I worked so hard for the 7 years, he took him. He took my money. He's trying to steal Joseline's Cabaret, which I own. So I'm going to get out this phone. I wanted to come in here and address what he went on live to say. But you're a predator. And hopefully the feds will take you down because you're not bigger than the program, Lemuel Plummer. You're not bigger than the program, and you're not God. It's the God out here, and it's not
Okay, so you guys saw that clip, and if you did not see that clip and you're just coming in, you can watch the playback. And shout out to everyone that is watching the playback, and please leave a like on this live stream. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. So some of y'all are asking how is she lying, what makes you think she's lying. I'm not saying she's telling the complete truth, and I'm not saying that she's lying. The problem with Joseline Hernandez is that she's sitting up here saying, I kept so many secrets for this network, I this. So you saw him doing a lot of evil shit, and you still aligned yourself with Zeus Network. So I look at that and I think to myself, are you only doing this because your pockets are affected? Because if your pockets weren't affected, would you have continued to hide his secrets? You know, she says he's not a good person, but then why would you align yourself and work with somebody and shout somebody out so much and say you fuck with them for putting you on, helping bring people on the platform and say that they're not a good person? Say they've been harassing you for years, but yet you always protected this person's name. It makes me automatically not trust anything Joseline Hernandez is saying. And my main issue is this. So let's play that part again in the live stream where she specifically said that he's no longer paying her perpetuity. Let's play that again. Let's play that again. Listen closely to this part.
Even though he's doing everything in his power to shut down my company while you're here TV and to shut me up, he wants to kill me. He wants me to be quiet. He took my money. I'm not getting no more payments on my payments in perpetuity with that network. He took my money. He's been a...
So she specifically said that he took her money and she's no longer getting paid in perpetuity. So if you don't know what perpetuity is, it basically, you can literally Google this. It basically means they can't do Jocelyn's Cabaret without her. She owns the shit. So if she pulls the plug on it and wants to go somewhere else, they can technically pull the plug and she could pull the plug right back. So it's kind of like we both hold the torch. So no one can pass it on. They can't replace her. They can't swap her out. I don't think they can say the same about Natalie Nunn. But Jocelyn Hernandez made it very clear when she did work with the Zeus Network that she wanted complete control because she's worked with Zeus Network long enough, even before they really exploded to what they are now. So Jocelyn made it clear she's not getting her perpetuity payments. And her perpetuity payments is this. Not only does it mean that she owns the platform and they can't do it without her, it also means that she gets paid forever. Like, which means that in terms of like if they ever want to monetize it, if they ever want to sell the rights to a new platform or like give the rights to like Amazon Prime, Netflix, and a bunch of stuff, Jocelyn Hernandez, it's in her contract for her to get paid forever. For as long as Zeus Network exists and for as long as they're benefiting off of Jocelyn's Cabaret, she will be benefiting as well, which means every time you stream the show, she benefits. Every time the show gets played or there's like a promotional event going on and the show has to be promoted, she gets a check. On top of that, she also gets bonuses because she owns the show and gets paid perpetuity. Like, so basically, she's getting back-to-back residuals and owning her shit. And the reason why Jocelyn Hernandez is pissed about that is because, let's be real, she's was already a star before Zeus. So if anything, he probably was already paying her utmost maybe $2 million a year. So she probably was already making like maybe $200K a month, if not more money, just because she was associated with Zeus. And again, perpetuity. She gets that. That's literally negotiated in her contract. She's a very lucky woman because most people don't get perpetuity in their contracts. They get, okay, fine, you could be an executive producer, you can get paid off of streams, and then you can get paid off of let's see, like, you know, you can renegotiate your contract every year. That's literally the most people can get. She got perpetuity. She will forever benefit off of the show for as long as Zeus Network exists. That's a flex. So Jocelyn Hernandez made sure she obviously negotiated in her contract because, as we all know, she left Love and Hip Hop. She left VH1. She wasn't working with them no more. And the reason she left VH1 was because, if y'all didn't know, she was tired of feeling like she was exploited and used because every time she wants to do her own thing, VH1, Mona Scott, and a lot of people on the production team of Love and Hip Hop always wanted to make sure they ate off of Jocelyn Hernandez. And that's what people do. Sometimes when people put you on and put you on a pedestal, this could be anybody, family or friends, someone you're dating. When they put you on, they've invested so much into you and they made you a big star, they made you self-sufficient. Sometimes they don't want you to go off and cut them off. That's why a lot of times you hear these horror stories of shady managers and shady labels trying to lock people into contracts. They don't want you to move on without them. They want to make sure they eat off of every bit of you. That's why you should always read everything you sign and think about it. And think about, like, if you prosper, would this person want to see you prosper? Or do people want you to see you prosper only when it benefits them? You don't always ask yourself that. Do people want me to prosper in life only when it benefits their pockets? That person I'm dating, those friends I have, do they want me to prosper? Do they constantly put me on, hook me up, and help me out for some type of validation? That's what it was for Jocelyn Hernandez on Love and Hip Hop. So here's a clip from Love and Hip Hop when Jocelyn Hernandez, not from Love and Hip Hop, but here's a clip from when Jocelyn Hernandez made it very clear that she was leaving Love and Hip Hop.
But they don't want to do that. They want me to get ugly. They want me to waste my energy in things that don't matter. And I don't want to do that. But you know, I don't want my daughter's mother. But you know what? That's what they want me to do. And then they telling my lawyer they're gonna hold my contract. Your contract. My, I'm gonna be filming movies. Think I give a about your contract? Kiss my mother. Your contract. I don't give. Call me, please. Please don't let me film anything else. So then that way I can focus on my business. I'm good. That's what it's gonna be. Then that's what it is. We're gonna do that then. Tell them I make movies. Love and hip hop. I am motherfucking love and hip hop. You know who the I is? I'm the Puerto Rican princess. It's gonna take God to come down here and slow me down. But they don't want to do that.
So that is a clip from Jocelyn Hernandez. Let me play some of it again for those who are just coming in because I think some of y'all missed it. So listen closely to what she said years ago.
But they don't want to do that. They want me to get ugly. They want me to waste my energy in things that don't matter. And I don't want to do that. But you know, I don't want my daughter's mother. But you know what? That's what they want me to do. And then they telling my lawyer they're gonna hold my contract. Your contract. My, I'm gonna be filming movies. Think I give a about your contract? Kiss my mother. Your contract. I don't give. Call me, please. Please don't let me film anything else. So then that way I can focus on my business. I'm good.
So basically, she has made it clear years ago she was tired of Love and Hip Hop, but more specifically VH1 for trying to like lock her down and tie her in. because she was bringing ratings. You know, she said years ago that she went from making like maybe a couple $1,000s to literally by the time she got to the middle of the season, it was up on her pay 20K plus because she was bringing in ratings. Like I'll never forget when Joseline Hernandez first Gray Star screens, everybody was obsessed with her. She was all over the trailer, on the clips, the sneak peeks. She has some very viral and crazy moments. Like when people watched Love and Hip Hop, they watched it for her. So when she left Love and Hip Hop, a lot of people followed her to the Zeus network and she made them a lot of money. So what happened is this is for those of you who are just coming in, Joseline Hernandez now has her own app. It's called the Why Are You Here TV app. So literally Joseline Hernandez came forth and she announced an app. And in this app, she made it very clear this is going to be my thing, documenting my life, my family. So instead of like making a vlog channel or a YouTube channel or an OnlyFans or a private subscription, she made it very clear that this is going to be her new thing, and she told everybody to support it and subscribe to it. So let's find this. So listen to this.
Sweating while you was rapping on the mic. Bitch, I don't know why you're asking me this question, because this is very personal. I think that night in the studio where I was rapping on the mic, one of my biggest hits, I've been getting money, yeah, I've been getting money, yeah, I've been getting money.
So these are just a few clips from her doing interviews, her creating original shows, and then look at this. Look at this.
And that's okay. And that's fucking okay. I'm gonna tell you one thing before I get back to my show. If you have a dream, don't give it to somebody else. Keep it for yourself. Let's keep it going.
Y'all heard that?
Let that happen. Let that.
There's more. Look at this.
I don't know why y'all don't just say shut the fuck up. I think people listen to that. Y'all ready? Let's do it. My name is Joseline Hernandez, and I'm your host. Welcome to Why Are You Here? I have to ask you, did you ever really fall in love with Stevie J? Joseline, how did you come about meeting Mona Sky Young? Is her full name Mona Sky Young? I don't know why I call her full name, but I was right. I knew her, that bitch. Where's your father? Why don't you ever talk about him? I need makeup. Do you regret telling the world about your abortion on Love and Hip Hop? Joseline, how do you really truly feel about Stevie J? This is a difficult question, but I have to ask you, what happened that night at the studio? Did you ever have a lawsuit against Vlad?
So that's just a good idea to give you the kind of things that Joseline Hernandez is posting. She has a stream platform called WAYH TV. So WAYH TV. And basically, she's going to be posting a lot of intimate stuff, interviews, exclusive stuff, a bunch of things. So in her contract with Zeus Network, which is very interesting, she kind of signed away exclusivity. So Lamel Plummer said, "Oh, you got your own platform? Oh, you got your own app? Okay, Shaniqua, yeah, turn off her auto payments, turn off her residual checks, turn all that shit off," because she made it very clear in her rant that she did on her IG live that man wants to steal Joseline's cabaret, which means he wants to take it to a different direction. He wants things to go this way, that way, and Joseline doesn't like it or agree with it. So basically, Lamel Plummer made it very clear: I have exclusivity in the clause in the contracts. So yes, he's being shady towards her and trying to punish her, but let's be real, he owns Joseline. Like, yeah, you own the show, but that man owns you. So I kind of have a reason to, side eye her a little bit because I think to myself, are you only coming forth about him being evil and him beating on Scotty, him beating on Janisha, and you knowing these things just because you were getting a check? In your head, you saw it as I'm getting a check. Who cares? Now that you're not getting a check, it's, oh, well, you know what? He beat this person. He beat that person. He did this. He did that. It's kind of like a damn. I don't really trust anything Joseline Hernandez is saying because I think to myself, is she exaggerating some pieces of this because she wants to try to like intimidate or create chaos or force, Lamel Plummer to like change his perspective to make people unsubscribe from Zeus? She's mad because she wants to go off and do her own thing, create her own streaming platform. And Lamel Plummer kind of made it very clear, bitch, I own you. And that's sad and unfortunate, but you signed the contract. If anything, this girl is making like probably over $2 million a year, millions a year. I don't know how much she's making, but she's making millions considering how much revenue the Zeus Network is pulling in from reality television. So Here's what Lamel Plummer had to say. So let's play this so that way it can make sense to y'all. Here was his response to Joseline Hernandez making claims such as he beats his ex, he beats Scotty, he beats a lot of women, he tries to sleep around women, he tries to hook up with women, he's a predator. She even suggested this man be trying to like have her car shot up while she's pregnant. She claimed a lot of really horrific things, saying that he's an evil person, that he's a monster, and that he's the kind of person to put a hit on her. So here's what Lamel Plummer had to say.
Been arrested. I've never been to jail. I have never been to prison. And to say I'm out here threatening people and banging on people, you specifically, is crazy. Like I said it earlier in my statement, I'm like, Jocelyn, you could probably beat me up. You could probably beat me up. Look at my size, the optics of it, and look at ballistic and me and you. Like, it doesn't even. And to say I'm putting hits, and I don't even think like that. I don't even come from that. That's not who I am. That's not how I was brought up at all. Just doesn't exist. And I was very fortunate and blessed to have amazing parents and amazing family. And we've always treated people right from a moral standpoint. And we've always done good business. And I've done my best. That's what it is. So at the end of the day, it's just crazy to me. I may argue from time to time.
So that's part of it. So that's him giving his response. And here's what he said afterwards.
Hope everybody's having a great Saturday.
Afterwards.
Oh, it's a lot going on. Shout out to all the girls in Vegas who did their big one yesterday. Yesterday was a great show. So shout out to the baddies. It was an amazing experience. Vegas, you guys did your big one. So we appreciate you guys coming out and supporting the baddies. I want to start by saying regarding Joseline, I want to start by saying I'm aware that Joseline is pregnant, and I want to acknowledge that with care and respect. That's a significant life moment, and I understand it can come with a lot physically and emotionally. Like, from a human standpoint, I do have empathy for her. I do. And I'm genuinely happy for her and Ballistic. And I understand the emotions that come with pregnancy. I've seen that up close recently with Scotty. And in fact, hold on, guys. Let me see who this is. 1 second. I'm so sorry.
Okay, let's get to the point.
When I'm talking, I got to kind of work on that. I'm good. Thank you so much.
Let's play it again.
Not new. This is a pattern of behavior. When things don't go her way, she goes on social media and starts this disparaging and defamation campaign against people who don't either agree with her or who she's upset with. Not in just business, but even personally close to her. That's something that I just can't sit back and ignore when it's directed at me and Zeus. I can't. To be clear, we've paid Joseline very well over the years. This is not about what we've paid her. This is about payments moving forward. And fulfilling agreed upon obligations. And that's, to me, equally clear. This is not about a picture with another network owner, which I've seen some people post. It's not about that. It's about pretty much the broader contractual framework she agreed to, including exclusivity, restrictions around direct or indirect competition, and performance-based obligations such as participation and promotion. More recently, it also involves honoring key provisions in her agreement, including non-disparaging, confidentiality, and refraining from making false and defamatory statements, both personally and professionally, regarding Zeus, his executives, me, the team. These are just very standard, clearly defined terms that we agreed on by both parties, and we expect them to be respected just as we uphold on our end. These specific provisions in her agreement that have been breached, we've made an effort to address this privately respectfully, calmly, and good faith, and we're still willing to do so. That includes multiple attempts to communicate directly, find a resolution without bringing it into the public. Joseline is entertaining. We get it. She's brought value to the platform. We respect that. And we genuinely thought we were beyond this. But at the end of the day, this is business. When you agree to terms, especially around exclusivity, conduct, and professional obligations, you're expected to honor, them, just like you would expect us to honor our commitments. That's all we're asking for: accountability, respect, and what we agreed to. And just so everybody understands, we support all of our content partners. We've always supported our content partners. We love our content partners. We've had a lot of them over the years that we have been working with for a long time. We've tried to create as much real value and opportunities for people that most networks just, wouldn't even take a chance on for various reasons. And when others have gone to pursue additional ventures in the industry or in business, like building their own networks and platforms, like with Ray J, you guys saw he, launched his Tronics network, or when Stunner Girl launched, I believe, her network. We've had meaningful conversations prior to those launches to establish the proper framework, and we've supported those efforts from afar. That's never been the issue. What matters is how it's handled. We have clear protections in place, especially around exclusivity and direct and indirect overlap when it pertains to similar platforms, business models, and content. Those provisions exist for a reason, and they were agreed to by both sides. If someone wants to step outside of that, it has to be done professionally, transparently, and in accordance with the structure of the agreement. No one is trying to stop Joseline at all, or any of our content partners, from growing or evolving or continuing to be as successful as they are. No one's trying to ever stop that. If someone wants to step outside of what we agreed to, it just has to be handled professionally and formally. We've been more than flexible than, honestly, most networks and most business, partners. But structure is still, it's important. Structure still matters. Agreements still matter. And that's what it comes down to. The bottom line, it really makes zero sense for Zeus to continue to pay someone, specifically Joseline, to operate and compete against us outside of the framework of the agreement. That's it. This is what this is all about. That's it. So, at the same time, we're still open to resolving this amicably, and we encourage her and her team to do so and do the right thing so we can all move forward the right way and peacefully. And that's really what it's about. So I just wanted to clear up everything that you guys have been seeing circulating online. Is annoying and a little frustrating, but it is what it is.
So yeah, that's essentially what he said. And again, I'll play a piece of what Joseline said again, just so you guys can catch it, because I know some of y'all did not catch it.
I'm trying to have a good pregnancy.
So
I'm trying to have a good
he responded
pregnancy,
to this.
And I want to keep trying to thrive, even though he's doing everything in his power to shut down my company while you're here to me and to shut me up. He wants to kill me. He wants me to be quiet. He took my money.
Listen.
I'm not getting no more payments on my payments in perpetuity with that network. He took my money. He's been abusing me for years. He's been abusing me mentally for years. And I haven't said a word.
And listen to this part.
And thrive, especially now that my money that I worked so hard for the 7 years, he took him. He took my money. He's trying to steal Joseline's Cabaret, which I own. So I'm going to get out this phone. I wanted to come in here and address what he went on live to say.
So that's the gist of it. Joseline Hernandez is upset because Zeus Network stopped paying her residuals. They stopped paying her funding. And as that man said in his live stream, we stopped paying her moving forward. She been got paid. All the payments she been got that. But as far as moving forward, that's paused. So I'm pretty sure it's paused for now. I'm sure it's not like, oh, we're not going to give her shit. It's more so like he reached out to her, told her to take down all that content. She refused. So they paused payments. You don't get residuals. You're not getting payments or little side payments for Jocelyn's Cabaret. You're not getting nada. So literally, as people are streaming new episodes of Jocelyn's Cabaret, as people are still watching it and going through it and listening to it and playing it, she's no longer getting those circulating checks because she violated her contract. She agreed to perpetuity in her contract. She gets paid forever. Always, always going to benefit, owns it. She didn't have that luxury of VH1 because VH1 is what made her a star. She went with Zeus already being a star. Lamel made sure he benefited for a lifetime. So he's not doing anything wrong with her money. Now, her coming out saying he's a predator, he's a monster, he beat his ex-girlfriend, he beat Scotty during her pregnancy, he did this. I don't believe Joseline because I feel like Joseline, if all that stuff is true and he's a monster and not a good person, why did you wait until he fucked you over to say something? Why did you wait until you could no longer benefit from him to say he's a monster? I don't like him. Maybe that's what she was doing when she was making her own platform. Because as I stated, Joseline Hernandez now has her own streaming platform. She has her own streaming network called Why Are You Here TV. And on this streaming platform, she's really doing. I have spent on God. I hate these fucking stupid ass QVC TikToks. Ew, so annoying. Anyways, so she even has her own TikTok. You can literally look it up. Why You Here TV. So right here she has Why You Here TV. It's on TikTok, it's on Instagram account, and it's just her talking about her life.
You can sing for real. But listen, I was working for people, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs. You can sell pussy way more. You need to go to billionaires and millionaires. You need to go to...
My wife comes out and joins the rest of the party.
Stuff for her husband. She's doing just persistent content, like stuff that you would see on YouTube, stuff that you think that would be on Zeus Network. She's doing more exclusive stuff, more personal stuff. Why You Here TV. That's her new network, and that's why all this shit started. Jocelyn wants to break away and do her own thing. She doesn't see Zeus lasting a long time. And the thing is, Zeus can't do Jocelyn's Cabaret without Jocelyn. If Jocelyn decides to wake up one day and say, I don't want to be a part of this shit anymore, I'm done, they would have to pull the plug because they legally cannot just replace Jocelyn and say, okay, we're gonna find some. Because what happens? Like, what's it gonna be? Just a fucking cabaret? But they would have to make a whole new show. They can't do Jocelyn's Cabaret without her. So they are trying to discourage her from moving on to get in line, keep doing the show, keep taking our $300,000, $100,000 checks every month, and just be a slave to the network. What we say goes, how we want things to go goes, and much more. So Lamel Plummer even said, the CEO of Zeus even said that Jocelyn has like a power issue. Like she has an issue with feeling like she has to be the only person and so much more. He wrote this long ass statement, this long ass essay, and basically it reads the following. I'll sum it up because I know most of y'all ain't trying to read that essay. And thanks for the super chat, by the way. I forgot to say thank you. But basically, he wrote this long ass essay and he basically said, we're going to be promoting all the Jocelyn Cabaret girls. So all the girls that were on Jocelyn's reality TV show, which honestly, I don't get the point of Jocelyn's reality TV show, Jocelyn's Cabaret. I think so. Basically, the show is basically about a group of women who are under the age of 30 years old who fight, live in a house, and Jocelyn guides them about being a baddie and being a fly girl and being a star. And at the end of the show, she gets to pick who wins, I think, like a $50,000 check, which isn't even a lot of money compared to what Jocelyn is making. But Jocelyn feels like she has to outshine every single one because anyone that does show any signs of star quality, Jocelyn, for some reason, has to outshine them. And Lamel Plummer made it very clear. She feels like she has to be the only one. She loves to outshine them because if I told y'all to name 5 Jocelyn Cabaret girls from the top of your head, some of y'all probably wouldn't be able to do that unless you were fully invested into the show. I don't know many of them other than the ones that have gone viral or have been on other shows. And the reason why a lot of us don't know many of them by name or expect to see them on like TVs and movies and stuff is because Jocelyn Cabaret is a platform surrounded and built around Jocelyn's ego. You know what I mean? She treats women like how Stevie used to treat her. So because Stevie used to beat her ass, she feels like she has to take on Stevie's personality and smack women around and mistreat them when they don't listen to her or fall in line. So here's an example of the kind of stuff you see on Jocelyn's Cabaret show.
Bitch, we having a staring contest, ho? What you want me to do? We have to try to play with you. What's going on with your health problems?
I just thought I could, handle it, but I guess my heart is not.
What's going on with your heart?
Enough. I just got holes in my heart, so the anxiety and stuff like that, it makes my heart just.
There's the door. What's going on with your health problems?
She's a complete bitch to a lot of these women.
You just had an abortion.
And that's just Joseline. She wants to make good television.
Not even
She
that
doesn't
one.
let any of these girls
You just had an
thrive.
abortion.
I think at one point, she like jumped and attacked one of these girls on the show. She smacked him around, tossed him crazy. And here's another clip.
You can use that with your mama, your baby daddy, your cousins, them, but not with me.
It's you.
Do you understand me, Miss Mel? Do you understand?
That's between you and Jesus. It's not between you.
You can use that with your mama, your baby daddy.
Why are you crying?
From you and me.
So
if you try me,
there you go.
If you try me, 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 I'ma fuck y'all hoes up. Straight up like that. If you try me, 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 I'ma fuck y'all hoes up.
That's Joseline's Cabaret, and that's her show. Again, I don't watch it, but I do see highlights and I see clips of it constantly. And it's just her, trying to be the star all the fucking time. And Zeus pays her very generously because that's her personality. So she's upset because she wants to go in a different direction. She wants to own her own shit. She wants more creative control. She wants more control of everything. But unfortunately, she can't have full control because Zeus is seeing billions off of her, and she's only making like six figures, close to $1 million, probably a year. Who knows? She's only making much more than that, but she's making M's, and they're making billions. You know what I mean? Zeus Network is now expanding. It's expanding to a point where now they have a record label, where now they're going to be signing artists, signing some of the Zeus Network stars who want to make music. They're now at a point where they're collaborating with other music labels. They're working with a lot of big name entertainers about giving them their own shows. It's the most biggest streaming platform right now. Like, it's literally in the top 10 for streaming platforms. That's huge. That's big fucking money, big endorsements. And now they're going towards the film route. Like, there's now a lot of people that are trying to pitch movies and films to be Zeus original networks, Zeus original films, Zeus original series, and shit like that. So just like how we see original movies on Netflix, Zeus is trying to move into that direction. And unfortunately, everything is shifting. So things are going to shift. Things have to change. Lemmy wants to clean up the platform. Lenny wants to be taken more seriously. There's probably going to be more ads on the Zeus website. There's a bunch more money coming in. So Lemmy wants to make sure he gets his ducks in order and he gets his talent in order, because those are his two biggest shows, Baddies and Joseline Cabaret. Natalie doesn't have as much control as Joseline Hernandez, but Joseline Hernandez wants more for herself, and they won't give it to her. So that's why Joseline Hernandez is acting stank and acting weird and being upset and telling all this stuff. I don't think it's genuine. I don't think it's real. I think a lot of it is just exaggerations, stuff that she heard, and she's spreading rumors because she's trying to intimidate them to continue the payments. But why would they continue the payments? Why would they keep giving you money for yourself and your lifestyle, keep putting you in private jets and private cars and treating you like you're a superstar, but you're using the funds that they're giving you to promote another platform, to promote and work with other investors and work with competitors? Lamel said it himself. If you're working with my competitors, why the fuck am I funding you? That doesn't make any sense. He's not wrong in that regard. Again, her contract says exclusivity and perpetuity. She gets paid forever, but he owns her, and she signed that shit. So I can't feel any kind of way for a person that signed a fucking contract that says I have to be exclusive to you. I have to, like, literally all the content you put out in regards to your family, in regards to Joseline's Cabaret, in regards to your lifestyle, is one thing to put it on YouTube, but you're putting it on a streaming platform to monetize. You're trying to literally, pivot and make a whole new show related to the show you already have to give the fans. You're pitching reality TV show ideas. You're trying to pitch show ideas so you can be the owner of your own network. And she should have did that many years ago. But of course, Joseline Hernandez, when it comes to streaming platforms, you just never know. Like, you never know what would happen if you make your own app, because plenty of people have made their own apps. I think Keke Palmer had her own app at some point. I think so many entertainers had their own app. I think Kim Kardashian had her own app. Let's see, the Ace family, huge fucking superstars, crazy engagement. More at one point, more engagement than fucking Joseline Hernandez. They were getting tens of millions of views on YouTube. They had their own app where they posted exclusive content that you had to pay for. What happened to the Ace Family app? Barely anybody supported it to the point where it had legs and stood on its own, because people don't change platforms easily. People come to YouTube and some streaming platforms because of conveniency. A lot of you guys who are subscribed to Zeus and Netflix say, okay, fine, you know what? It took you a while, but eventually you came around because there was really, really strong content on there that you knew you couldn't get elsewhere. So some of us bootleg a lot of shows on Zeus Network, guilty, and a lot of us will bootleg a lot of other shows and movies. But sometimes when you're subscribed to a streaming platform, you want to make sure it's instant. You can always watch it, and then plus the streaming fucking platform is like $4 a month. I mean, I think it's gone up to like $5 or $6 a month, but it's convenient and affordable. So Joseline Hernandez is able to eat off of those subscription fees. She's able to eat off of those streams and eat off of being an executive producer and eat off the likeness of a show she built and put on the platform. What's the problem, Joseline? Why don't you just continue making your money? The problem is Zeus Network is eventually gonna pull the plug on her shit, or they're gonna probably give her like a little like what is it? Like I see her, I see them literally throwing in like a I guess you could say like a co-host. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they threw on a co-host and said, you know what, Joseline, you're gonna have a co-host. We want somebody to come in with you and help balance things out. Or you know what, Joseline, we want you guys to do a crossover episode. You want the baddies and the cabaret girls to do a crossover episode, and we want to do this. And Joseline probably doesn't want to do any of those things. Same thing with Natalie. Natalie feels a way about the way Zeus is constantly trying to shift shit and change stuff because you see the shit they're doing, right? Like you see the constant weird shit they're doing. You see the fact that they're bringing back the same girls over and over and over again. Even Natalie said this. Natalie doesn't like the fact that they're fucking doing this shit where they're bringing the same fucking girls back over and over. Natalie wants to bring more girls back constantly. New girls, bring a new set of people, a new set of roster, but it's the same fucking people. And Natalie doesn't have much control over who gets casted anymore. She has influence. She can pitch people, but with a show she helped build and she bought to the platform, Natalie doesn't have much control compared to everybody around her. There's people who know nothing about reality TV, who literally just started editing reality TV because they're associated with Lemmy, and they think they know more about what will get ratings and views than Natalie, someone that's been on TV for 15 years. So here's what Natalie said. Let's find the clip really quickly.
I'm starting to notice, like, all y'all bitches are really weird. I used to say I run out.
Let's see.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm ready to cast. I'm
trying to find the clip. But anyways, that's the small gist of it. I'm trying to find the clip. I just can't find the clip at the moment.
The last part that's really, really driving me absolutely insane. The last part that's really.
I'm sorry, I can't find the clip, but I'll play this clip from when Lemmy and Natalie were arguing. Here's a clip of when Natalie and Lemmy were arguing.
You holding me hostage. I said let the driver go. Hostage. Hey, I asked you to get in the car and let him go. He just told everybody to get out. Look at him. You guys, hostage. You holding me hostage. I said.
So we've seen stuff like this all the time with Lemmy getting blasted for being unprofessional, trying to hook up with a lot of baddies, and a bunch of other dark shit. We've seen a lot of this stuff happening time and time again. Lemmy is not gonna easily let these girls walk away with some shit that he helped fund and take care of and a bunch more. So I guess the moral of the story to all of that is read your fucking contract. If a lot of times people don't believe in themselves and believe in what they can bring to a platform, so they kind of like undersell themselves. Joseline knew that she was going to bring in ratings, hence why she made it clear, I want to get paid off my name forever and ever. Joseline had a team behind her, she had support, and she knew what she was going to bring to the Zeus network. She didn't expect the fact that they were going to let her thrive and grow. She should have thought that through. She thought Zeus was like the end all be all on this big platform, but she doesn't own it. So if Zeus decides to pull the plug on it, technically they can pull the plug, and maybe they're getting closer to that. Maybe if Joseline doesn't want to do what the fuck they say, well, I mean, Joseline, you can get paid off the streams from your old show, but yeah, we're not gonna be doing no more projects with you. We just want to make more space for other girls, and they're and she's upset about that. So that's what it is, and that's what it's going toward. That's the direction it's going toward. Zeus is going in a different direction, and they're trying to do movies. They're trying to do TV shows now, real episodic TV shows, real television shows are about to be pitched to Zeus. They already got movies on there, and there's nothing anybody can do. So yeah, I'm not buying it. So if everyone that's asking, what did I say? You can watch the playback, but I don't believe a lot of shit she's saying. Somebody said, but did she breach the contract though? Well, yeah, she's posting other clips. She's posting other things involving her likeness and her brands and, her husband, her documenting her family life. And a lot of those things, you can't do that. You can't make your own streaming platform and produce shows that are similar or a ripoff from the shit that you already put on a different network. He has exclusivity rights. And he said, if you want to discuss it or get through it, we could talk about it in a professional manner. So Jocelyn doesn't want to negotiate. She feels like she could just do what she wants. And unfortunately, she really can't. So he made it clear, like, okay, fine. Until we resolve this, we're stopping your payments. And that made a lot of noise because Jocelyn has a lot of people to take care of. She has her mom, she has her family in Puerto Rico, she has her family in South Florida. She got mouths to feed. So Jocelyn lives in a big house and lives a luxury lifestyle. She can't just go out of her way to just wake up one day and somebody says, "Oh yeah, that check you're gonna get, every second week of the month, yeah, of like $500,000. Yeah, sorry, we're not gonna send you that $500,000 every second week of the month. We're not gonna send that to you. You don't get to have that, sweetie. Sorry, we're gonna have to work this out and figure out why you're putting your own TV shows and your own interviews on a different platform." She can't do that. So she kind of had it coming a little bit. Her monthly payments were almost 90K a month. I don't know about that, but she was making good money for sure. It was definitely close to the six-figure range because they pay her very well. And that's not even just from new seasons. Keep that in mind, right? Like Jocelyn's not just making money from new seasons of the show. Like, okay, well, from like that's what Natalie gets. Like Natalie gets paid obviously residuals, I'm sure, but like Jocelyn Hernandez got a really good clause in her contract to make sure she eats and then some. So even if Jocelyn Hernandez wakes up one day and says, I don't want to do this show anymore, as the years progress and as people continue to stream Jocelyn's cabaret, Jocelyn will still make a check. She doesn't get that from Love and Hip Hop. Love and Hip Hop literally they put compilations of her on from VH1 all the time on YouTube. Love and Hip Hop is always posting her on their TikTok, on their Instagram, using her face, using her likeness because they made her a star. And there's nothing she can do about it. She can never monetize that. She can never say take that down. They own her. And that's what reality television is. And that's my biggest advice for anyone watching this that ever does reality television. Reality television pays shit. Unless you're a big star, you're not really going to get far reality television. You have to use, even with being a YouTuber or content creator, you have to use your publicity and your popularity to really flip it into something more. You're never really going to get far as a reality TV star unless you're constantly getting your own TV show, getting executive producer credit, and doing behind the scenes stuff. You have to be as memorable as possible when you do reality television. Jocelyn succeeded at that. But Love and Hip Hop and the producers didn't want her to grow. They wanted her to be exclusive as possible. They want to control her. They didn't want to give her no executive level role. They didn't want to give her no executive producer role. They were just like, nah, bitch, this is our platform. This is our shit. We're sick of you. We're sick of you acting like a spoiled brat. We already pay you generously. Get in line or find someone else that's willing to work with you. Jocelyn said, fuck them. I'm literally filming movies. I'm on TV shows. On top of that, I'm getting booked to fucking be on The View. Like, I don't have to fucking be here. And she went off and she went somewhere else. And Zeus pays her way more than VH1 ever did. Because TV is dead. This man has pictures with Diddy, for Christ's sakes. Why would you still work with him? Is the bigger question. That's a really great question. Someone said and or perpetuity mentioning can be that they will own her stuff in perpetuity, aka forever. Perpetuity can work both ways. Exactly. I'm glad you mentioned this. And this is someone that definitely knows their shit. So perpetuity can mean because perpetuity was in Jocelyn Hernandez's contract, they own her likeness. Like the Jocelyn Hernandez reality TV confessional format, the sitting down and making reality television format, the acting crazy and acting ratchet, and then, trying to monetize it and using the format of like getting different women and getting your husband on the show and like documenting y'all drama and y'all messy situation and all, like they own that. You know what I mean? Like even Jocelyn Hernandez being pregnant, like I wouldn't be surprised if she wanted to document her pregnancy because she is pregnant now with her new husband. I wouldn't be surprised if she wanted to document her pregnancy and she wanted to put it on her new app because guess what? Zeus Network, I'm sure offered her a bag. I'm sure Zeus Network said, "Bitch, bring that shit on here." You know what I mean? Let's get you a show. Let's get you a special. Let's make a whole separate thing. Let's make sure you get, like a baby TV show. Like, let's do our thing. Natalie said, I'm not Natalie. Jocelyn said, nope, I'm going to take it on the app because I know that if I put it on the app, my app, hundreds of thousands to millions of people are going to go over there and go stream it because they're going to want to watch my birth and delivery and watch me document it. Lemme said, you're not about to be documenting your pregnancy somewhere else, documenting your life, your livelihood, your family, doing a reality TV on your app and trying to compete with us when we could be giving you money, create a whole new contract and a whole deal with you they found a loophole and they found a reason to not pay her so that way they can get her attention. They're trying to get her attention because Joseline Hernandez doesn't want to listen. So yeah, she definitely is going to be seeing them in court. And the fact that she's blasting them, I wouldn't be surprised if Joseline Hernandez goes right back and just does what they say. That's what the Zeus Network does best. They just are great at just throwing you a bag and throwing you a check. Like, all right, bitch, here's $100,000. Shut up. People take the money. We're having really tough times right now. We live in a very rough world. It's a really scary world. Things are drying up for a lot of people who are in the reality TV world. Things are drying up for a lot of celebrities. That's why a lot of celebrities are always on tour. Joseline Hernandez is probably going to take that money, keep her mouth shut, and be a good little slave like she is. So most of us watching this would be like, who cares? Like, just take the fucking money. You know what I mean? Like, if that man is already giving you allegedly $90K a month from residuals, $90K a month from residuals, right? Like, that's more than the average American fucking makes. That's like more than a lot of us even fucking like make in a fucking year, right? She gets that every single fucking month. She makes millions of dollars a year just because she shows up. They already got the cameras rolling. They already got, like, all Joseline has to do is show up. Joseline doesn't have to sit behind a computer and edit. She doesn't have to show up, clock in, and bring her A game and play politics and play stupid ass office games. She's the star of the show. And she's now pregnant. That's good for a show. She's not going to give that to them. She rather just do her own thing and capitalize off of that in her own way. And guess what? Zeus Network said, fuck that, bitch. We own you. So, yeah. Let's see how this all plays out. And I'm sure it's going to be very ugly in court. I'm sure it's going to be really ugly and even worse. Allegedly, they're even making like a surviving Zeus Network documentary. Like, one of the cast members on one of the TV shows, I think her name is Akbar. She came forth and said that she was reached out to by a particular person who said they wanted to interview her for a surviving Zeus documentary. I wouldn't be surprised if they did one and it went on Netflix or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if it went. I just wouldn't be surprised they're making one because, again, he does shady business. He does shady business, but he also does good business as well. She didn't have to sign that shit. Anyways, someone said she's really the reason the network blew up because of the double homicide comic. She is. The chaos, the fighting. Black China plays a big role. B. Simone, Natalie Nunn, they all play a role. But he wants them all to act accordingly. Getting paid a lot doesn't make you smart. It doesn't. Choice understands the assignment every time. LOL, I love it. Thank you so much, Kylie Candy. I appreciate y'all for coming in. I've already been on here for a good minute. I've been on for about 50 minutes, and it took me this long to explain everything. But, oh my God. The air in here is so dry. It's annoying. It's so much dust in here. Let's see. Somebody said an elephant in the room. Joseline is not black. Joseline is black. She's just Hispanic. There's a lot of black people in Puerto Rico. You'd be very surprised. There's a lot of Haitians in Puerto Rico. There's a good amount of Jamaicans in Puerto Rico. There's a lot of black people in Puerto Rico in general. Not you think some of us missed it. I just have to. Somebody said, "Oh, Choice, I love you. I love you too." That was the cocaine talking. I don't think she's on cocaine anymore. She's pretty much sober, and she also is pregnant. Joseline can't be smart long term because the same problem persists. Yeah, the same problem persists where she becomes a diva. She doesn't get what she wants. She acts like she's Beyonce. She says, I want this, that, and the third. And then when she doesn't get it, she throws a fit, which I get because she makes all these people so much money. So she thinks she can do that. And then when she wakes up and says, you know what? Why am I even trying to argue, try to get my way and beg for people to fucking give me a shot? Why don't I just do my own shit? And then she does her own shit. And then now look, they punish her. They punish her and say, you want to do your own shit? Try to do your own shit by fighting us in court. Kelvin from Zeus Network and T-Lo used to work for Diddy and Kim Porter. Yeah, Lemmy is a very much associated with the Diddy family and everything. They even had like a whole a whole documentary coming out with like with Diddy's children reacting to the documentary and giving their think pieces. That'll be out soon, I'm sure. There's never been an official date. Someone said, let's see, she signed a contract Her likeness can't be used outside of Zeus. She should have negotiated. She should have negotiated better. That's the better thing to say. And first of all, I can't believe there was over 900 people in here. Could y'all do me a favor and please like the live? It'd be really appreciative. I've never gotten like, we'll see, like 500 likes in under an hour. Can we see if we can get 500 likes in literally under an hour? I've been on here for 54 minutes. Can we see if we could do it in like literally less than an hour? How many likes do we have now? Someone said, careful mentioning is, I'm not going to say the word, careful mentioning Israel. His dad is the Kagic leader and started a branch in Israel and moved there. Yeah, he's very intertwined with the Israel world. I don't like saying the word because every time I do, my video always gets restricted. So I don't like saying Israel. Someone said he be being Scotty and his ex. Who knows if that's true? Honestly, there's been videos and clips and people coming forward saying that he said nasty things to Scotty and he's rude and verbally abusive to her. Um, a lot of men who have money and have an ego problem tend to be like that. And also, Lemmy is a powerful man. Like if you watch a reality TV show, you could just tell that it's not a happy relationship. Like she's definitely happy to be a mother. She's happy that that man supports her, but Scotty is happy that she has a support system. Like there's some women that are absolutely gorgeous and have, you know, a desire to be with a man that takes care of them and wines and dines them and spoils them. And they just have to tolerate the fact that their man cheats. I don't know if any of you women watching this have ever dated a guy with a lot of money, but Kevin Samuels said it best. You know, even though some of y'all probably don't like Kevin Samuels, he kind of kept it real. Like if you look at history and things historically, if you ever date a man that's super wealthy and has money, you're gonna always have to share him. Like if anyone watching this has ever dealt with a wealthy man before, he's gonna cheat. He's gonna talk to other people, and hell, even if he's broke, he's just still gonna cheat. You know, if he has a lot to offer and he's a support, he could be a support system for many people and you. He's just gonna cheat. It's just normal. You know what I mean? Like, you know, those white women that be like on private jets or that, you know, they be in country clubs or they be like having vacations every other month. Those women have found plenty of thongs and plenty of whores in their husbands' phones. But those white women that be in the country clubs, those white women that be in first class with their husband, those white women that you be seeing at restaurants where like they be with their husband, but they be glued to their phone and their husband's like completely detached and disconnected and they're barely looking at each other, but they're having a couple's dinner. Those women that you see at restaurants or in movies or wherever with their husband that be detached, that barely even look at their partner but hold hands and make him look good. Those women have found plenty of whores in their wealthy husband's phone. If you're dating a wealthy man, he's gonna cheat on you one way or the other. It's just there's like a 98. I'm not saying they all are like that, but there's just like a 90% chance that he's gonna cheat on you if he's just wealthy. You're gonna have to share that person, and it doesn't make it fair, and it's not right. But it just how the world works. And I did watch Scotty with the baby. I did watch the first two episodes. It was kind of cringe a little bit watching Scotty with the baby, the first two episodes. The first one, I was like, okay, this is good. The second one, I was like, okay, who are these ratchet ass people that Scotty is friends with? And why are they even on this show? Why are they getting shine? Why are they here? Why is Bobby Lights there? What the fuck? Like, what is this? You know what I mean? It's just annoying. But I did watch the show, and I do feel like Lemmy makes it very clear, you know, I love you. Like you could just tell that it's not genuine when he says I love you. Like you could just tell it's not genuine mostly because Lemmy likes the idea of Scotty. Lemmy likes the idea of controlling Scotty. Scotty's already the most popular person on the platform, on the network. You know what I mean? She's like top 5 most popular person on the network. She has tons of followers. It increases his star power to be with a beautiful woman and then have a baby with her. Like it just, and then now he has his own show. You know what I mean? Like he's moving in a different direction. He's trying to make sure he secures the bag for his kids long term. He's gonna make sure that he secures the bag for the woman that has his children. So she's getting preferential treatment, but she's definitely gonna have to share him for a long time, and it's gonna be an uphill battle from here when it comes to that whole relationship. And even if the show does get shit ratings, I mean, they're probably still gonna continue it anyways because I mean, he's the owner, he's the CEO. You know, he can invest into whatever he wants. Someone said, "Of course he stole Zeus Network." Yeah, so he's not the only founder. There were a few. Like there was D Storm Power, Amanda Cerny, and King Batch. They were all popular Viners back in the late 2010s. I remember watching all of them on Vine and all of them on YouTube. And unfortunately, they were also shareholders. They were forced to pay taxes and all that stuff on a network that they no longer are able to benefit from. That went in a completely different direction. So he wasn't the sole owner of Zeus, but he definitely, casually dismissed all of them. Someone said, let's see, he's a smart thief, heavy on that. Wait, you said Tilo and what? Tilo and Carly beat Carly Red. Lemmy beat Scotty and Janisha, allegedly. I don't trust him. Someone said, Choice, please don't put Lemmy back on the camera. He's really hard to look at. That's hilarious. He looks like SpongeBob background character. You mean those meat people? That's funny. Let me see. I'm sorry. I'm very late on comments, but I'm trying to catch up now so I don't miss any. He sounds like the coworkers on my team's meeting. I know I got to be a different side and a different voice to him. Stunner Girl got a network. The hell? Well, Stunner Girl has a network, yes, but Stunner Girl, they didn't sign an exclusive. Like Stunner Girl was just talent on the Zeus network. That's what you got to remember. Yes, the Stunner Girl chick who was also on Baddies and shit like that. She had a platform called Red Rum, which didn't really do too well, but I think it still exists. But Stunner Girl has her own network, but she didn't sign an exclusivity deal. Like when she got on the Zeus network, she was already kind of like doing her own thing, had her own fan base with music, and had her own personality on social media. But Lemmy didn't sign exclusivity rights with her because who knows if this person's going to be a star when they get on this platform. Jocelyn was already a star. So Lemmy knew if anything goes wrong, I want to make sure that this bitch knows that we own her for life. But he made it clear, we'll pay you for life as long as I own you for life. That's what he did with Jocelyn. So that's why Jocelyn's upset. So I don't really believe, nor like I said earlier in this live stream, anything she fucking says. I don't believe anything she says. I side eye everything. Him being a monster, him being all these things. I don't know if I believe it fully. Someone said Jocelyn stressing herself and the baby out about the money. I think, yeah, of course she's raging hormones and shit like that, and of course her hormones are going crazy. But yeah, if I'm gonna be honest with you, yeah, Jocelyn is going nuts because of course she is pregnant, but he can get away with this. He's literally looking to the side of the screen, looking down, reading, literally. He's obviously media trained. So Lemmy is like always looking to side, shifting his eyes because Lemmy's media trained. He's a mogul. So you have to be careful what he says and make sure that it doesn't affect him. So that's what most celebrities do. They have to process everything before they say it because everything they say and do can be used against them because Jocelyn could be pursuing legality against him, and her team will be watching that video. So he made it very clear if anybody comes to me and anybody knows anything, they need to know I'm not a thief, I'm not a monster, and she's the reason why I own her. She signed her life to me. So it's not my fault that I'm taking advantage and I'm not being friendly. She's still making me a lot of money, and I expect her to still make me a lot of money. Same thing Diddy did with a lot of his artists, where he made sure that forever and ever he'll always be able to benefit. The reason why Diddy kept a lot of these people on shady contracts is because to Diddy, it was like, look, if you grow and become a big star, I want to make sure I own you for life. There's a lot of people that became really big stars that Diddy didn't really, secure hard enough. Like Mary J. Blige, he didn't secure her hard enough. And guess what? She became a really big star, a GOAT, still a big star to this day. Her music doesn't do as well, but she's still the GOAT. A lot of people that Diddy could have like locked down and kept under wraps and kept to himself. Diddy made sure, okay, you know what? If these people blow up off of me putting them on, I want to be able to eat off of them for the rest of their life. So now, when you look at people who own the master recordings and people who own the publishing rights to a lot of these artists Diddy signed, he's credited on a lot of these people's music that he never wrote, and he also credited his son Justin Combs on a lot of these artists to make sure his son eats as well. The reason why Justin Combs is able to take really nice trips and live a luxury life, drive nice fancy cars, live in really really big fancy homes is because he's eating off of artists that Diddy fucked over in really shady contracts and lifetime contracts. Lemmy's doing that same thing, but with reality TV stars. Lemmy is basically the Diddy of streaming, the Diddy of reality TV. That's what it is. Someone said, "Damn, I'm late. Just got off of work." It's okay. You can watch the playback, my love. You'll watch the playback and you'll catch up on everything we said. Scotty's show is boring. It is. I watched the first 2 episodes, but I don't care to continue, honestly. Like, maybe I'll skip all the way to the end and watch, like, the birth and delivery. But yeah, I don't really care to continue watching the show. They're still filming it because, again, she just had the baby. So because she just had the baby, they still have to keep filming. Is it because she took a picture with Tilo? Probably. She took a picture of a lot of people that are trying to like make their own streaming platforms and dethrone him and everything. Like Lemmy Plumber definitely paved the way for a lot of people that think, you know what, we could do this. We can make our own platform and do our own reality TV. You know what I mean? A lot of people want a piece of Lemmy's pie. He won't give it to them, so now they're making their own platforms. And TV is dead. And I'm happy that the streaming era is lit right now because it gives everybody a chance to win and eat. You know, Netflix, Peacock, Zeus, like all these platforms are a blessing in disguise because it gives people a chance who wouldn't have had one otherwise when Hollywood was gate kept or, you know, seen as not everybody can eat with us or sit with us. Yes, she's going on. She's going to join Now That's TV. That's another reason why he cut off the money. Jocelyn's going to join Now That's TV. I never heard that. That explained why some of the cabaret girls are on baddies now. Yes, he's trying to build some of these girls into being stars. I wouldn't be surprised if he was trying to offer that Summer Girl TV show. I wouldn't be surprised if he's trying to offer other girls their own TV shows. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he was trying to do a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if there's other really, really big name entertainers that plan on doing their own reality TV show on the Zeus network. You know, for a while we just thought reality television was dead, and clearly it's not because look what the Zeus network is doing. They're reviving and showing that there's still a place for reality TV to win and eat, and reality TV was lame, and it's still kind of lame, but it's doing amazing under the Zeus network. Let's see. Let me read some of these comments. I'm so sorry. Like I'm literally going like this as I'm scrolling because I missed all of this shit. I just be rambling sometimes, so I miss things. But let me get to the point. Lemon Pepper has been beating women. This has been reported widely. Yeah, that's alleged. Until there's evidence, that's alleged. Word on these ratchet TV streets is that Janisha and Scotty both agreed for once that they didn't believe Joseline. Yeah, that's one thing I will say. At least they agree on that. They both say that Joseline's full of shit. But one thing I will say is Janisha claimed that Lemmy never beat her, but she didn't deny that Lemmy wasn't a monster. Like I'm not denying that. You know what I mean? With the shady contracts and the trying to hook up with a lot of his talent. I'm not. No one's denying that. She just said no one ever beat me. If it didn't come out of my mouth, it ain't true. That's what she confirmed and that's what she put out. But she didn't say leave Lemmy alone. Lemmy would never. Lemmy's a good. She didn't defend his character at all because she don't give a fuck to, nor does she care to. Lemmy cheated on her with one of the talents. Lemmy has probably done a lot of weird and funny shit to her behind the scenes. But guess who owns a stake in the Zeus network? Janisha. She owns a stake in this. Like the real baddie is Janisha. The real winner is Janisha. She owns stake in the Zeus network because she helped build the platform. She did hosting. She did stuff for free, and eventually she was able to eat. And guess what? Janisha will always eat off of Zeus because she owns a fraction of the company. So she'll always be well off every time, every chance. Salutes in respect to choice and the chat. Yes, salutes. Thank you so much. So my laptop is at 8%. Right now I'm in Spain and I have to be so my flight leaves at 5 in the morning. It's currently midnight, about 12:52 a.m. in the morning, and my laptop is at 8%. Unfortunately, I lost my fucking plug-in piece, my laptop charger, and the laptop charger that I do have is way too fucking short. So I'm probably gonna have to get off of here probably in the next 30 to 35 minutes before so my computer don't fucking die. But as I stated earlier, I did say a lot of things early in this chat, so you could just fast forward this bitch or watch the playback. Money, power, glory is all she wanted. Two things can be right at the same time. Exactly. Good perspective. Right? Men with money tend to have big egos. The only thing is with a poor man, you'll be treated worse and not spoiled. Exactly. Then you don't understand money. I know lots of women being abused and cheated, but they stay for the lifestyle. Yeah, a lot of these white men are getting their shit rocked. These white women that have like those really big rings and that, you know, are always going on these fancy luxury, like, you know, tennis clubs and trips and shit like that. And these women that be in these book clubs, a lot of them, sadly. It's not a genuine. It's not genuine. No, he's like the log of being with Scotty with the body, and he trapped her with a baby to control her. I'm sorry. I don't know what Megan thought trying to turn the athlete into a husband. Yeah, athletes are not known for being loyal. Like they get so many things, so many women thrown at them. Like athletes aren't loyal. Someone said they really don't match it. Give sugar daddy vibes. He likes Scotty because she's docile and she's not feisty. A lot of beautiful women on Zeus, Scotty is the one he can control. Yeah, he's attracted to her, and she's kind of like the pushover that he can control. I mean, look what happened. Scotty and Natalie had a pretty positive relationship, and then gradually it got worse and worse. Natalie was out here throwing water on Scotty at club appearances, all over her body, and then just like acting normal and acting natural. At the reunion, she's saying the Sky is a complete bitch, and that's why she's rude and cold towards her. Like, Natalie laughs and she gets the last laugh because she knows how a lot of this is going to end. Scotty is like what, 28, 29 years old. Natalie has a lot of experience. She knows how this is going to end. Natalie's dated wealthy men. She's seen girls date the wealthy big boss guy, then get fucked over, and then she's seen it all. Natalie's 40 years old. She's seen it all. She knows how this is going to end. Please like the live. We've had over 900 people in here, and I find that awesome. Someone said, I heard someone call him the cinnamon stick from Apple Jacks. Yeah, I can see that. Zeus was actually sold to Lamel in 2019. Lamel came from a rich family. He's old money, so no, he didn't steal Zeus. He didn't steal Zeus, but he pretty much didn't give people who helped fund and build the platform their rightful earnings. And he made it very clear that it was founded by him, D Storm Power, Amanda Cerny, and King Batch, and they didn't get their proper credit and the proper income they should get. They were still like, I think King Batch was still making good money, but a lot of them got shorted and fucked over out of the deal. Someone said, I believe he's using a relationship with Scotty as a rebrand to soften his image. Probably. Scotty's just a sweet, pure, chill girl from the South, and he made her into a really, really big star. Whatever's going on behind the scenes, I do believe it's true. Mary J has to tour to survive, though. That's a good point. Mary J. Blige. Okay, you're talking about what I was talking about. I was mentioning Mary J. Blige. Is anyone else constantly getting a drive time ad? That's so odd. And it's interesting from the ads. I actually selected aggressive ads because, like, why the fuck not? So when I do these live streams, they always ask, do you want small ads? Do you want balanced ads? Do you want aggressive ads or no ads? Has anyone heard of Ballistics music besides Jocelyn Hits? I've never heard of Ballistics music. Ballistic is Jocelyn Hernandez's husband. Remember when Lemmy canceled Chance, One More Chance? The same thing gonna happen to Jocelyn from airing him out. Shake my head. Somebody said the ads here are out of control. Okay, maybe next time I'll just put moderate ads. Anyways, yeah, I call him Stevie. I said Jocelyn Hernandez treats women just like Stevie used to treat her. Somebody said, I'm gonna be honest, none of those characters on that Zeus makes Netflix or Hulu. What is today Netflix and Hulu, big network that need me probably to at least make the cut. Yeah, a lot of it isn't like Netflix or Hulu standards. They've raised the bar, and Lemmy has to do a lot to get to that level of Hulu and Netflix. Oh yeah, someone said, "Why aren't you crediting the hairstylist?" Yes, Scotty's hairstylist came out years ago and said that he'd be real abusive and treating her really, really evil behind the scenes. And then Scotty came out and denied it, which is crazy because you don't ever see Scotty doing a video denying it. She'll just do like a notes apology always. And to me, if I'm being honest with you, let me be the one that makes her go out of his way to post shit or address shit. I'm sure Scotty would never address half this shit. But maybe she feels like she has to because Lemmy will probably put pressure on her to address it. Because it's a thing that people do in PR and when they're media controlled. So when you are an entertainer and you're going through media training, you're kind of told and taught you need people who are credible and people who have big fan bases to go out their way to defend you. And when somebody with a big fan base defends you, people are more inclined to be like, oh, okay, so if this person's defending them and they seem credible, then it must not be bad. Like if I went out of my way to defend somebody and say, no, they would never do that, and I went public with it and risked my reputation and platform, y'all would probably believe me. Because in my head, in y'all head, y'all would just be like, okay, well, if he knows him personally, like maybe it can't be true. Like it's just a way that people who are public figures try to minimize damage. Nicki Minaj has done it. I never forget when Nicki Minaj went out of her way to go off on Quavo and go off on, what was it, Trey Songz? And she asked him, was it Trey Songz? She went off on Quavo and told Quavo, defend me, like stick up for me about a lot of this shit involving the motorsport stuff. And I think Quavo has said to her, if you was my bitch, I would defend you, but you not. So I'm not gonna go out of my way to do that. And she was really pissed off. And Nicki did address that one time. She said she was really pissed when Quavo didn't go out of his way to defend her. So yeah, there's that. So I don't believe anyone that always goes out of the way to quickly defend somebody immediately. And notice how Sky defended Lemmy's character, but Janisha didn't. She just defended the fact that she was never beat on. She didn't say Lemmy was a good guy. She never said he was a good guy, ever. But she won and she does her job. Being ratchet doesn't make Netflix a professional entertainment network. Let me see. Megan doesn't see herself as the only girl. That's why it was okay to be with Clay. Choice love putting them aggressive ads. LOL. I do. Shh, don't tell nobody. It's getting close to the end of the month. I need my coin, bitch. Shh, don't tell nobody. Anyways, somebody said, let's see. I didn't even know he made music. LOL. Most of us didn't know he made music. So let's see. I'm almost caught up in comments. She runs this off. All the YouTubers love aggressive ads. Y'all gotta understand they are playing the ads in the middle of y'all talking. They don't wait until the video is over. Really? Okay. Thanks for the clarity, especially because I know you're a moderator. So thanks for telling me that. Okay, I'm gonna chill with the ads. Because like there's three options, right? Like I'll give you guys a glimpse up close of like how the studio works. So obviously, like most of us use a service to distribute our streams. Hence why sometimes some of us can do these cool effects or put videos on the screen. So YouTube will ask us and be like I said, do you want no ads? Do you want moderate ads? Do you want balanced ads? Or do you want aggressive ads? A lot of us would be like aggressive because we aggressively want to make some money, bitch. We aggressively want to get some ads in, bitch. We aggressively want to hurry up and make ends meet, bitch. We aggressively want to fucking pay the light bill, bitch. Like it's a lot of those things. So a lot of times we don't really understand or interpret, and a lot of us also don't watch our live streams back. So some of us maybe don't realize that we're annoying y'all. And again, the one thing that annoys about YouTube is the two ads thing. So sometimes you guys will watch a live stream and or watch a YouTube video, and then there'll be one ad that plays, and that's what we think is going on. But then sometimes you get those two ads. Like I'll be watching some YouTubers, and I'm like, bro, what's with this two ad shit? Like, why is this ad 30 seconds long? Like, remember there was an era where ads were like minimal before you can hit skip 5 seconds. Like within 5 to 8 seconds, you could just click skip. Now, some ads, you got to sit through that shit for like 15 seconds until they play the second one. And then you got to wait another 10 seconds for the second one to finish playing before you can even skip it. So then you already like sit on screen for like fucking 35, 30 minutes, 30 seconds, 45 seconds before you can even skip the shit. And some of us got shit to do. So it annoys you sometimes, especially when you like the content creator. So again, if you want me to avoid, stop putting aggressive ads, just say, I guess just say the word stop, and then I'll just make sure I put balanced. So instead of clicking the aggressive ads option, I'll just click the balance ad option. Just let me know if it's too much, and I'll chill out. Because again, I don't want this shit back. I don't realize that the ads are too much. Someone said I pay for premium, so I don't get any ads. Shit, me too. Me too. Don't tell nobody though. Premium for the win. Someone said, "Oh shit, Aaliyah TV." Okay, someone said your laptop is about to die. Okay, thanks for reminding me because now I went from being at 8% to now being at 4%. So I'm at 4%. And basically, my MacBook says you have 16 minutes before your shit dies. So can you guys do me a favor and like the live, please? It's literally 800 people in here, and I would greatly appreciate it if a lot of y'all just like the live. So yeah, it's about 4%, and there's 800 of y'all in here. So there's 800 of y'all in here. Why haven't 800 of y'all liked the live yet? And I appreciate a lot of you who are in here. Like, don't get me wrong. I know a lot of you are probably driving and doing your own thing, or some of y'all probably just have me on as background noise. And I'm just like, let me just turn this shit on while I just fucking jerk off, or let me turn this on while I get my vibrator on and go shower and do whatever the fuck. Or let me turn this on while I clean the house and do my makeup or something. Someone says same, no ads here. Don't send me back to the strip club, Stevie. You're funny. Don't send me back to the strip club, Stevie. That sounds like Joseline. George getting his money all. Nah, aggressive ads, get your money choice. Someone said, nah, put aggressive. Someone said premium, no ads. Same. And that is a 40-year-old woman from LA. She's from the Bay. Well, not even the Bay. She's from a city outside the Bay. She's seen it all. Exactly. And yeah, I guess you could say she can claim LA. She's been in LA for so many years. She went to college there. Natalie has seen it all. She knows how this Scotty and Lemon thing is gonna end. She knows it's gonna be ugly. She's seen like Natalie has dated wealthy guys. Natalie was around our favorite entertainers before they were big. Natalie was kicking it with Amber Rose in Black China and big name IG girls who got with big name rappers and big name ballers. She knows this whole empire and this whole rise is gonna end. Like unless Sky secures her bag and makes sure she owns some shit, Natalie knows what's gonna happen. She's seen it all before. Somebody said when you are live, instead of pausing the live to where you were last talking, they play the ad in the middle of you talking, so the viewer has to rewind. That's annoying. Team Premium, we'll pay for it for life. Love YouTube, lol. I love YouTube for making that an option too. Choice, these ads. Choice, how do we contact you about the travel group? I will announce it soon, so I'll do a separate video. So for this person just asked. So I basically came out and said I'm doing a travel group very soon, where I'll basically be like, I'll put up a location. I'll be like, hey, we're gonna go, and it's not gonna be nowhere expensive. Don't think I'm about to like take y'all to Switzerland and we about to pay like fucking $500 a night for a hotel. It's gonna be like this. I'm gonna be in this city. We're gonna all come here, and if you want to be in the travel group, you'll have to like, I'll make like a group chat. I'll be like, okay, this is the group chat. Who wants to be in? Who's serious? You can submit, show me your itinerary, show me proof that you're gonna be there, and then eventually I'll add you to the group. You know, if you want to make sure you're in the group, I'll create like a separate email and I'll be like, hey, email this account. I'll do all this. I'll plan all this very soon. And then I'll be like, okay, boom, you're added. It'll be like a meetup point. There'll be like at least, it could be at least, it could be at least 15 people. That's what I will say. At least 15 people. It could be me and then 14 other people. Like that's a lot of people, but it could do that. I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna be in this area. You guys book. Like I'm gonna be like, okay, we're gonna go to Egypt. Egypt is cheap. Egypt is very affordable. You know what I mean? Like you could pay like maybe at most $22 a night for a decent studio apartment in Egypt. Won't spend too much money. Decent accommodation, city center vibes, and for a whole nice vacation and food, you won't spend no more than $300 for a couple days in Egypt. That's a good idea. I'll announce that soon. I'll do a whole separate live. So I guess just keep updated with my Instagram and just keep tabs on my YouTube channel, and eventually you'll hear more about that. So I'm at 2% on my laptop. Could you guys like the live, please? So my laptop don't die. I forgot YouTube had premium so long, lol. I've had premium so long. I forgot YouTube had ads. I've had premium so long, right? I used an ad blocker in premium mobile with my student discount. Twitch and YouTube need to learn to put the live on pause and let the apps play. Y'all are funny. I've been premium since 2016. Oh, you wasn't fucking playing. These ads have gotten horrible. Ads, not apps. Okay. That's why Jocelyn be crying when she talks about how much she loved Janisha on the cabaret. She knew what was going on. Yeah, her and Janisha have a good relationship. I kind of wouldn't be surprised if she was telling the truth about that. That's why I can't even speak on the domestic violence, because in my head I'm like, it's alleged. Unless there's proof, I don't believe it. I don't believe it, but I'm not gonna promote that because I don't want to put that out there. My ads play while you are talking, Choice. That's fucking crazy. I've only got like 3 ads the whole live. That's interesting. Now, if I was pre-recorded video, they put ads in appropriate places, but live streams, they don't care. They hit you with the "we interrupt this program." If it's a pre-recorded video, yeah, they don't do the whole talking shit. Like they put the ads in an organized way, or they give you like a little 10-second head start to know an ad is coming if it's a pre-recorded video. Live streams is different. Someone said, now go ahead, aggressive choice. Now go ahead and be aggressive choice. This is how you make a living. We understand. Just be aware we may miss some words. Okay, I appreciate you, Sydney Jane. Thanks for the love. You got to pay your bills, boo. Do whatever you have to do. Yep, just got one of those. And they be unskippable. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Thanks for 99 cents. I'm going to quickly read these super chats before my laptop dies because I'm a little bit nervous. Hey, Zincy, I'm happy that you were able to get off of work and cast this live. Troy, this is the one time I wanted you 4 hours late. Baby, I'm about to get the fuck off of here because I lost my cable plug for my laptop charger. I have another one, but it's like literally this long. It's like literally 4 inches long. So I need to like get the fuck off of here because I'm already at 1%. So y'all have a good one. Y'all be safe. Please like the live because I'm about to get off of here. I'm at 1%. I'm at 1%. Can y'all like the live? Please like the live. Like the live. Everybody quickly like the live because I'm about to get off of here. I gotta hurry up to get off of here because my laptop. I'm at 1%. I'm at 1%. Oh, you already caught the live? Bitch, you're too late because I'm about to get the fuck off of here. Everybody like the live and please comment and be like watching the playback. Like show support, show love to the live. I'm at 1%. I gotta go. Y'all take care. You have a good one. Be blessed. Zeus Network ain't shit sometimes. Zeus Network ain't shit. Life is life, and I don't believe Joseline is saying because she's an enabler. Y'all take care. Y'all be safe. Bye. Like the live, like the live, like the live, like the live, like the live. Watch the playback if you just got here.